Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's unbox a watch that I have from Oris. And I'm going to use my little Victorinox pocket knife that was a gift from Saltzman's Watches. And they're an authorized dealer for Oris. So it's kind of fitting that I'm using their gift to do this unboxing. This one was sent in not by Saltzman's, but by Oris USA. So shout out to Oris for lending in another watch. I'm going to set this off to the side, and I like this little case here. I'm not sure if all of them come in this style of box. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing you'll probably get a fairly substantial, box, but let's take a look at the big crown pointer date. This retails at $1,750, 40 millimeters in diameter, and it comes across as more burgundy in person and less red and vivid, like it might be displaying here in this unboxing video. The crystal is a little bit smudged. Let's get a cloth out and wipe it down, make sure we do this justice. Yeah, that looks a lot better. We have a fluted bezel with a bubble, sapphire crystal, anti-reflective treatment on the underside of the crystal. And then this burgundy dial kind of carries a lacquered finish. So in some lights, you get a little bit of reflection and light play. We have polished edges here to a polished case side, and then brushed tops of the lugs with a distressed leather strap. This is the buckle. It's signed, the Oris signature. And you know what? Let me get out the calipers and let's do some measurements for you guys here. So Oris's website says 40 millimeters. I'm getting 39.9, so just under 40. And then let's get the lug to lug length. This is a true lug to lug length of 48.6, so not too bad. Height wise, I'm getting about 12.1. 12.1. It depends on what part of the crystal, this domed crystal. So maybe 12.2 in overall height. And then we know that the inside of the lugs are 20. The side here broke off on my calipers, but it should be 20 there. So pretty nice dimensions. And I like the vintage aesthetic here, but with a really bold color that you wouldn't expect to see on a vintage inspired design. I love the cathedral hands, and I really enjoy the railroad track as well in the way they integrate the date feature. So if you guys look, this long hand here to the right side of the dial pointing over by the 3 o'clock, there's a red half moon tip, and that is highlighting the date. And so right now it's pointing at the 8th. Obviously, this isn't set to the proper day. In fact, it's not even running. So let's unthread the screw down crown. I love to see a screw down crown. I do like the size, hence the name Big Crown here. So let's get it going. Very smooth action. Let me hold it up to the microphone. If you guys can hear that, it's exceptionally smooth for a Sellita-based caliber. So now that we've got some juice, let's hack the movement, get past 12, make sure we're in the safe segment, which was a good idea because now we're pointing at 9. Let's get it down here. So we know we're safe. Let's go to the first position and let me show you adjusting the date. So you go clockwise, and basically one good turn will move the date in one position. So what are we now? The 28th. So let's go to 27. We're at 27. And maybe for the sake of time, I won't wait for the seconds hand to get up to 12. Normally I do that. So let's just hack it now. And then we're right around 4:36 p.m. on the 28th. So I'm going to adjust the hands. This is how I, set the time. You're no strangers to this, guys. We passed 12. You guys can see the jump of the pointer date hand. Now we're at 28. We're in the AM section. This is 4:36 p.m. So I've got to move the crown, this nice large crown. So the cathedral hour hand passes 12 again. Now we've passed 4. I'm going to stop on 30. Let's go 37. Push the crown in, thread the crown down, and now it should be accurate to my local time at the moment. So yeah, this is fun. Let's take a look at the backside where you guys can see the Salida caliber back here with the Oris rotor. It's not highly decorated, right? This is pretty sparse, pretty basic, pretty utilitarian, and it's going to be accurate to roughly a 30-second window when it comes to acceptable daily deviation. Likely, it's going to be a lot better than that. And let's kind of move the rotor so you guys can see the majority of the movement. I will report back when I do the full review, but I'm guessing this is going to run anywhere from 5 seconds to 10 seconds fast per day. That's been the average of what I've experienced with every Salida-based caliber Oris watch that I've reviewed or borrowed or owned personally. And let me just tell you guys here, I really enjoy this brand. Oris, I think, how do I say this? I think that they don't make the best value proposition. If you buy one of their divers, technically you could probably find better bezel action from a different brand. You can find definitely better anti-reflective treatment from other brands. You can find other brands that carry tighter tolerances in terms of daily deviation, what's acceptable at the price. So, I mean, when it comes to Oris, I think maybe this sounds crazy. Maybe I'm just a snob. You guys let me know if I'm off base here. But I don't think that their models are necessarily the best value for money when you're looking at the basic specs. But to me, a watch is more than the sum of its components or its specifications, and it's more the entire package. It's more about the ambiance. It's more about how you connect with it emotionally on wrist. How original is the design? How practical is the watch in terms of size and comfort? How nice is the packaging? How do you get on with the watch? It's more than the specs. And I think sometimes we can get laser focused in on the specifications and we kind of miss out on some really fun brands, some fun models. And Oris, in my eyes, they bring a strong overall game to each one of their models. I really like the Aquas. I really like the Diver 65. I really enjoy the big crown pointer date. I even like some of their more out there watches like the PPX. That one was a lot of fun to try out around last Christmas time. Holiday season is when I was able to review that one. But maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if you agree with me that Oris brings a very satisfying product to the market without being an industry leader in terms of value proposition, if that makes sense. Let me know if you agree with me or if you think I'm off base. Should you always be buying only what is the very best when it comes to specs or value retention? I don't necessarily think that's the case. And when I look at this, I see the fluted bezel, the sapphire crystal, the bubble crystal, the thin profile, the versatility. I kind of like it on this distressed strap. I know it's offered on a couple different options, including a bracelet option, but I like this unique layout for the date. I love the burgundy color. I'm going to enjoy the next week with this watch, and I will report back to you guys how I get along with it, the accuracy, the details, any potential flaws, and I'll report on that when I do the full review of this piece. But thanks for sticking around for this unboxing of the Oris Big Crown Pointer Date 40mm in burgundy. And let me close you out with a couple little updates of the channel. Let's just put that there in the background as I talk to you guys. I have a couple watches incoming. We have another Oris that will be the Aquas in the limited green Hanggang edition that looks so stunning. You guys know I have a thing for green dialed watches, so I'm looking forward to doing that review. That one is coming from Saltzman's Watches. an authorized dealer I work with when it comes to Oris and Breitling, Tag Heuer, Citizen. So that is coming within the next week. And then I've ordered a watch for myself. I ordered a Tudor Royal in two-tone, and I'm just waiting on it to arrive from Tudor, to my authorized dealer. Hopefully that happens this week, and I can do a little vlog style video where I go into the authorized dealer, I show the purchase. You guys can meet the guy that I like working with, John at OC Tanner. So that is on the way. And then I have another watch inbound. Hopefully it arrives this week. USPS is a little behind the 8 ball, but I've got the green dialed Formex Essence in 39 millimeters. And I'm really looking forward to reviewing that. It's kind of an independent brand or a micro brand that brings a really strong value when it comes to specs at the various prices that they sell watches at. New logo. I know a lot of you guys did not like the older style logo. So that's coming. Let me know if there's something specific you would like me to cover when I do the review of the Big Crown Pointer date in Burgundy. Thanks for watching today, guys. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you next time.